So you saw last night, I went to the bar after work and I ran into a few people who had someone brought up the COVID vaccine or something. And then next thing you know, people were kind of sharing their COVID experience who had it. And then other people, everyone kind of was like sharing their little piece. And I just sat back and listened. And it was nice to hear other people's stories. You know, I guess I kind of don't know. And, you know, everyone else's story. Like, I know mine, but, you know, everyone kind of always says, hey, we're all in the same boat. And I've said that too to like customers who come in and kind of shitty and they're like, whatever. I'm like, hey, I don't know, we're all in the same boat, man. But we're not. We certainly are not all in the same boat. I saw a tweet that said, you know, we're all in the same storm. You know, some people are on boats for sure. Other people are in yachts. And then some people are just hanging on to a life raft. So what I thought I wanted to do right now was just kind of share my COVID experience and open up about it. There's not going to be any edits here. I'm just trying to give an honest, open flow, the best of my ability here to just ramble and rant. So apologize for the likes and ums, you know, or something. If I normally try to edit anything out, there's going to be no edits, including right now. I'm going to play in the track. I'm going to play the Mike's Vlog theme, but I'm just taking a drink.
Mama, Mike's Vlog, Mama, Mike's Vlog, Mama, Mike's Vlog, Mama. This is Mike's Vlog.
So, it all started obviously last year in March or whatever, and when it first went down, I think I was kind of pumped. Like, not pumped, but I kind of felt like it was a snow day, right? It didn't feel like it was going to be this 1.5 year long fucking thing. It felt like, oh, snow day, or snow week, whatever, you know, like don't have to go to work for a little bit. And that was fine, the idea at first. And as it dragged on, it started to get pretty serious pretty soon because, you know, I realized, shit, I'm not making money. And we all had fun, you know, drinking a bunch, I think got us through a bit. The Tiger King, all of the stuff, you know, of like, hey, let's do this, let's try this, let's do puzzles, whatever. We were doing some Zooms and stuff. We did what we could to get through the first bit. I think what changed was when I first went back to work, the first opening up, like 9 weeks in, I started going back and man, I think that changed everything because it went from everyone that came out to the restaurant was like, oh man, people are just making so much money, you know, on unemployment this whole time. Like, I didn't get any, where did people get all this fucking money? And then at the same time, trying to get other people to work, they're like, oh, I don't want to work, I'm making all this money. And I'm like, how the fuck who's giving, what the So I was working, there's no one else to work. I was there every day. And in the beginning, I was just sneaking out of the house 2 days a week. And I lived essentially with two people who got shut down and worked from home. So they're at home and I like kind of did, it was almost like Walking Dead or something, supply runs. A couple days a week when I went out for just a tiny amount, a couple hours a day for work, I'd grab supplies, come back. I'm like, all right, now we're going to cook this and we're going to drink this and then we're going to have fun with it. You know, I really tried to like put a face on it and be as fun and entertaining as I could. And then at that time too, I was trying to do some live streams. I'm like, hey, I'm going to make Stromboli live and corn. I was doing some fun videos and what I could to like try and make things as cheerful as possible, considering I know that home circumstance of just sitting around watching TV being kind of depressed. So I was trying to spice things up as much as I could and have fun. And then when I started going back to work every day, that's where the change happened, where I think it went from, you know, being able to bring the energy up to, no, you're working from home and, you know, they're on the phone or computer playing games and just watching TV 24 hours a day and then sleeping and then going back to like being a little bit at work and mostly just eating, sleeping, watching TV, phones. Like there was it for a whole, like that went on for months and man, that's gotta be ultra depressing. And, you know, I'm not someone that can show emotions or communicate that well. So I think I push forward in moments like that. And I'm like, let's try and bring the energy up all the time. And I was working for so many hours and stuff during that time. I wasn't making any money, and I was like, I gotta leave. So I did. I had a month and a half off there where I was like, I'm definitely not working for a month, and we'll see how it goes after that. But I don't even want a job, because people were looking all over, and I was like, I don't want to work, because work fed me up. I was very upset at the time. So when I decided to finally go back to work, I found a job that I like, and people that I work with that I love, that are like hard workers. And I was like, this is a good team. This is a good atmosphere for me to be at. But, at the same time, we started coming up to the second shutdown. As things got better, we got shut down again and got laid off. And I'm like, fuck. And, I was like, hey, well, as soon as things open up, if they open up, whatever, definitely want you back. But like, we're at this spot. And I was like, I get it. That's where we're at. Where we're at is where we're at. But as we go into the holidays, it becomes depressing. I know it's like my future is certainly unsure. And, them being back from a little couple days of going into work to being back at home again, you're shut down. And now you're going into the winter at home every day, sit on your fucking phones and TV, and that's it. And that's all you can do. You got to stay inside and do that. That's certainly hard. Now, because of that layoff, it was a good experience for me to be able to like quarantine where I felt safe enough to, not go anywhere for weeks, to go and actually see just my immediate family on Christmas. And that was like the spark for me where I'm like, you know what? This is not the end of the world for me. And like my energy and everything kind of went up, and I decided, you know what, I need to do more. I need to start doing, I want to do something. I don't know what I want to do, but I want to do something. I've got all this time off. I need to change my life and like find something for me that's fun, And so I did that, and I came up with the idea over time, over that like 2 weeks throughout the Christmas and whatever. That's when I decided to make the vlog. I started like making more, working on other projects and stuff. And I decided, this could be something I could do. I think that it would be fun to try to do this now that I have the time. I've never had this much time off and just energy to be able to be focused and do this. And then I'm like, you know what? I should start working out again. I got so fat during quarantine, all this. But that spiraled in with a breakup as well, because she didn't have the same experience throughout that. She had, from dark, and no matter how you try and, have things positive, not everyone has their own experience, and her darkness was stronger, and I kind of ignore things. I certainly, like I said, I don't deal with them. I deal them. We're gonna play. We're not gonna cut here. I said we're not cutting. We're gonna play music instead. But
you're watching Mike's Vlog. Mike's Vlog.
I deal with things outwardly with drinking. I'm not someone that like stops to reflect all the time on the immediate. I like to reflect on the past. I'm a big history buff, and I look back at things and kind of talk about them and judge them and study them. But in the immediate moment, I'm so unaware of what's going on right now. In now, I'm always like looking back and talking about it and then focusing on the future. So it's a problem. But while the breakup was going on, and then I'm going back to work, and I'm starting this vlog, and things are kind of going really well with the vlog. And people, I love the people that watch this, because out of nowhere, Mike and Derek were like, hey, we should send you some stuff for the vlog. And then that spiraled off, and so many people decided to like send stuff. And it was the coolest thing, because they're like, hey, open this on this, and we like what you're doing. This is so fun. All the comments and everything have been absolutely fantastic. So I really, truly do appreciate that more than you know. But I kind of didn't focus on COVID and like my experience. I definitely didn't focus on the breakup or my experience with that. I didn't focus on, not making any fucking money last year, and how I even paid the bills. I don't know. I mean, I just found out, with taxes, what I made last year. I don't understand. It's like half of my rent. I made last year, total, with everything, with the little bit the government gave me and all the money I worked. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know how I survived it. And so this is kind of making me reflect a little bit and think about, it was a harder year than I thought, than I ever gave it credit to. I just wanted to make everyone happy, and I looked to the positive at all times last year. And I focused on mostly binge drinking, but just trying to be like the face of fun and whatever. So I got through it, and I want to know how other people got through it. I'm very interested. And this year, so far, 2021, has been fucking awesome. It's been incredible. Work has been going a lot better. The people that are going out are getting better. They're not there yet. A lot of people are still just kind of, I don't know, when you sit at home for a year as well, and their experience, I'm sure they're pissed off too. They come out and maybe they're a little bit more entitled than they ever were. Maybe they think that everyone made $1 million during COVID that was a server, which I didn't. You can check my taxes, dude. But people are they're getting there. They're not nice yet, though. But the hope is there, right? Like the hope of everything fun to come, The fact that like lately I've been able to see more friends than I've seen, and then hopefully soon see more extended family, and we're able to like just do more, and things are still, out there, and everyone's still trying to be safe, but you're able to see more people are getting vaccinated. Hope is out there. Hope's rising. And that's what's exciting to me, like looking forward. But I want now to take this time and talk to people about their like COVID experience, because I only know mine and just a small amount of people's. So, I kind of thought about this. I was like, it would be fun if I'm out in public and you see me or something, or message me or whatever, if you want to meet up for either two ways. I got 2 ways to talk serious stuff. I like to have fun all the time, but if we're gonna talk seriously, I either need coffee or a drink, and I don't want to ever talk serious while drunk. Like that's not a time when you're drunk. Like don't ever try and tell me anything. So don't make plans with me. Don't tell me anything super serious, because that's not gonna. How's that gonna register? But just to have a drink, sit down and talk and tell a story. That's the best. And if you don't drink or whatever, coffee. I love coffee. Sitting down with people having coffee. So whether it's a Zoom thing, if that's thing, or in person or whatever, I just want to hear more people's stories, because that was super interesting for me to find out someone else's experience throughout this time. I only know a small amount of people's experience, and yet all you hear is everyone's like, oh, we all did the same. But once I start hearing how other people went through this, it is not the same. It is way different. And that's interesting. It's also important for you to vent and tell your story. Everyone has a story, and it's important. So if you have one and you want to share it with me, I'd love to hear it. But thanks for listening to mine. And you know what? Tomorrow we've got pilots, and the vlog's still going. The vlog's going strong this year. So thanks for watching, everyone. And I'm going to put the thanks for watching on there. But I said it wrong. But we're not editing, including now. Take me home. Music.
Mike's Vlog. Mike's Vlog.